The history of the migration of humpback whales. Explore the fascinating world of humpback whales, from their impressive migrations to efforts for their conservation. Discover how these majestic creatures face challenges and contribute to the health of the oceans. Join us on this journey to celebrate and protect the life of humpback whales in our vast seas. Chapter 1: Giants of the Ocean. Humpback whales, majestic creatures of the ocean, are beings that arouse both awe and admiration. With their massive bodies, which can reach up to 16 meters in length and weigh around 30 tons, these sea giants are easily distinguished by their long pectoral fins, which can measure up to a third of their total length, and by their acrobatic behavior, which often leads them to leap completely out of the water in impressive jumps. These characteristics not only make them unique in the animal kingdom but also endow them with an unexpected grace, given their immense size. Distributed across all the world's oceans, from polar waters to the tropics, humpback whales know no boundaries. Their global presence underscores their importance within marine ecosystems, where they play crucial roles, ranging from being an integral part of the food chain to influencing the health of the oceans through their migration and feeding patterns. These whales opt for nutrient-rich cold waters to feed in the summer months, while their breeding and birthing areas are located in the warm equatorial waters, displaying extraordinary adaptability to various marine environments. The importance of humpback whales extends beyond their ecological role, influencing human cultures throughout history. They have been objects of wonder and admiration in various cultures, inspiring myths, legends, and a deep respect for nature. This cultural link, along with their impressive physical presence, highlights the need to understand and protect these magnificent creatures, whose survival is threatened by human activities such as overfishing, maritime traffic, and pollution. Observing humpback whales in their natural habitat, one perceives a primordial connection with these ocean giants. Their existence reminds us of the vastness of the sea and the interconnection of all life forms. Through the study and admiration of humpback whales, we can begin to appreciate the complexity of marine ecosystems and the importance of each species within this delicate balance. The conservation of these creatures is not only crucial for their survival but also reflects our commitment to protecting our planet and the biodiversity it harbors. Chapter 2: The Cycle of Life. The life cycle of the humpback whale is a story of growth, learning, and migration, starting from the moment they are born in the warm tropical waters until they reach maturity in the vast oceans. A newborn humpback whale measures approximately 4 to 5 meters in length and weighs about a ton. These marine mammals depend entirely on their mothers during the first months of life, feeding exclusively on breast milk. This initial period is crucial, as the calves must rapidly accumulate fat to prepare for the long journey to feeding areas in colder waters. As young humpback whales grow, they begin to learn essential behaviors for their survival, such as how to communicate through complex songs and how to hunt in the nutrient-rich, cold waters that will be their home for most of the year. This learning is not only vital for their individual development but also strengthens the bonds within their social groups. Socialization plays an important role in the life of humpback whales, who often travel in groups, especially during migration and in feeding areas. Sexual maturity is reached between the ages of 5 and 10, marking the beginning of a new life cycle. Humpback whales have a lifespan that can exceed 50 years, during which they will participate in the annual migration and contribute to the next generation. This life cycle, intrinsically linked to their migration, allows whales to experience and adapt to different parts of the marine world, ensuring their survival and the continuity of their species. Migration is not just a physical journey for humpback whales. It is an odyssey that marks every stage of their life, from birth to maturity. Through this migration, they experience the full cycle of life, facing challenges, forming relationships, and playing their role in the marine ecosystem. This continuous process of learning, growth, and adaptation underscores the resilience of humpback whales in the face of the changing oceans of the world. By better understanding the life cycle of these creatures, we can more deeply appreciate the complexity of their journeys and the importance of protecting the delicate habitats that sustain their existence. Chapter 3: Migration Routes. The migration of humpback whales is one of the longest and most physically demanding in the animal kingdom, an epic journey that crosses thousands of kilometers through the world's oceans. Each year, these marine giants embark on their trek from the cold, food-rich polar waters to the warm tropical and subtropical waters, where they mate and give birth. This migratory pattern, dictated by the seasons, is a testament to the extraordinary adaptation of humpback whales to their environment, optimizing feeding and reproduction opportunities. One of the most well-known migratory routes takes whales from the cold waters of Alaska to the warm waters of Hawaii. During this migration, which can span more than 3,000 miles, 4,828.03 kilometers, approximately 4,828 kilometers, humpback whales face the enormity of the Pacific and navigate with astonishing precision, suggesting a complex understanding of the vast ocean and its currents. The ability of humpback whales to undertake these annual migrations demonstrates amazing endurance and determination. During their journey, they rarely feed, relying on fat reserves accumulated during the summer months in the rich feeding waters. This phenomenon underscores the critical importance of their feeding and breeding zones, not only for the individual survival of the whales but also for the health of the population as a whole. The choice of migratory routes and breeding destinations is also influenced by environmental conditions such as water temperature, ocean depth, and the presence of ocean currents. These conditions can vary from year to year, requiring whales to adapt and modify their routes. This resilient and adaptable behavior ensures that, despite challenges, humpback whales continue their life cycle, maintaining balance within their species and the marine ecosystem. The migration of humpback whales is not just a physical journey of survival, but also an ancestral pilgrimage that connects generations, ensuring the continuity of their species. Through these journeys, humpback whales weave a web of life that spans the world's oceans, demonstrating the interconnection of marine ecosystems and the importance of conserving these migratory paths for the future of our ocean giants. Chapter 4: Migratory Drives. The migration of humpback whales, a phenomenon that has fascinated scientists and naturalists for centuries, is driven by a complex interaction of biological and environmental factors. Fundamentally, these sea giants embark on their extensive journey guided by the need to find warm waters for reproduction and rich feeding areas to sustain their existence. This migratory behavior, rooted in their biology, is an astounding example of how marine life adapts to the vast and varied conditions of the ocean. The drive toward warmer waters for birthing and mating is paramount. The temperate waters of the tropics and subtropics offer a sanctuary for newborn calves, free from the most common predators found in cold, nutrient-rich waters. Additionally, the lower density of cold water can make it difficult for newborn calves, which have not yet fully developed their fat layer, to maintain buoyancy and body temperature. Thus, the warm refuge becomes an essential nursery, where mothers can care for their calves with greater safety. On the other hand, feeding areas in cold waters are crucial for humpback whales, especially during the summer months. Here, they feed intensively on krill and small fish, accumulating fat reserves that will be vital for their survival during migration and the fasting period in breeding zones. This pattern of frenzied feeding followed by long journeys underscores the extraordinary adaptation of whales to the natural rhythms of the ocean. Migration is also influenced by environmental factors such as the change of seasons, which affects the availability of food and habitat conditions. The cycles of water temperature and ocean currents play a crucial role in determining migratory routes and travel times. These environmental factors, along with biological instincts, ensure that humpback whales are in the right place at the right time, both for breeding and feeding. Understanding these migratory drives is fundamental not only for the conservation of humpback whales but also for the protection of marine ecosystems as a whole. By studying and understanding the reasons behind their long journeys, we can begin to appreciate the complexity of life in the oceans and the need to maintain a delicate balance within this vast blue world. The migration of humpback whales is a powerful reminder of the interconnection between all forms of life and the natural cycles that sustain the planet's biodiversity. Chapter 5: Challenges along the way. The migration of humpback whales, though an ancestral journey imbued with the wisdom of eons, is far from a tranquil voyage. These marine colossi face a series of natural and anthropogenic challenges that test their endurance and adaptability. From the threat of natural predators to the emerging dangers posed by human activity, every kilometer of their migration is fraught with obstacles that they must overcome to survive and ensure the continuity of their species. Among the natural challenges, predators pose a constant threat. Orcas and large great white sharks, in particular, can attack vulnerable calves or individuals who are sick or weakened. These predator-prey interactions are fundamental in marine ecosystems, although the precise impact on humpback whale populations is difficult to quantify. In addition, adverse environmental conditions, such as extreme sea storms and variations in ocean temperature, can affect migratory routes and food availability, presenting additional obstacles that these whales must navigate. However, it is the challenges caused by humans that represent the most significant and growing threats to humpback whales today. Ocean pollution, including the dumping of plastics, toxic chemicals, and underwater noise, severely affects their health and well-being. Entanglement in fishing nets and collisions with vessels are also deadly hazards, often resulting in serious injuries or death. Additionally, climate change is altering marine ecosystems on an unprecedented scale, affecting the distribution and abundance of krill and small fish, primary food sources for whales, and modifying their traditional feeding and breeding habitats. Faced with these challenges, the resilience and adaptability of humpback whales are put to the test. Although they are capable of modifying their migratory routes and behaviors in response to environmental changes and threats, their ability to adapt to the rapid pace of these changes is limited. The situation highlights the urgent need for conservation actions and sustainable ocean management to protect these magnificent creatures and the ecosystems they depend on. Understanding the challenges humpback whales face during their migration is crucial for developing effective conservation strategies. By mitigating the negative impacts of human activity and promoting ocean health, we can help ensure that future generations of humpback whales continue their ancient migratory dance, a spectacle of nature that has endured for millennia. Chapter 6: Survival Strategies. Humpback whales, faced with a mosaic of challenges during their extensive migration, have developed a series of adaptations and survival strategies that are as fascinating as they are vital to their existence. These tactics, the result of millions of years of evolution, allow them not only to face natural and anthropogenic dangers on their journeys but also to maintain social cohesion and communicate effectively across the vast and often hostile waters of the world. One of the most distinctive and crucial survival features of humpback whales is their communication through complex songs. These melodies, which can last up to 20 minutes and be repeated for hours, serve as mating calls and play a role in navigation and possibly in the transmission of vital information between individuals and groups. These geographically varying songs are a testament to the sophistication of humpback whales as communicative species. Additionally, humpback whales exhibit complex social behaviors that reinforce bonds within groups, essential for their survival. Mothers and their calves maintain a close relationship, communicating through touches and soft sounds, ensuring that the calf follows its mother closely during migration. Collaborative feeding groups, where several whales work together to herd their prey using bubbles and sounds, highlight the importance of cooperation and collective intelligence in obtaining food. The ability of humpback whales to adapt their migratory patterns and feeding behaviors in response to environmental changes is another key survival strategy. This adaptable behavior has allowed them to face fluctuations in prey availability and changes in habitat conditions, although the rapid advance of climate change poses unprecedented challenges. Finally, the deep diving technique of humpback whales is a crucial adaptation for avoiding predators and searching for prey at depths where other competitors are less effective. These dives, which can take them to depths of more than 200 meters, demonstrate the extraordinary physical and physiological capacity of whales to exploit different ecological niches in the ocean. The survival strategies of humpback whales are a testament to their resilience, intelligence, and adaptability. By understanding and appreciating these behaviors, we can deepen our commitment to the conservation of these majestic creatures and the marine ecosystems they inhabit. Protecting humpback whales and their habitats is fundamental to preserving ocean biodiversity and ensuring the health of our oceans for future generations. Chapter 7: The Courtship Dance. The mating ritual of humpback whales is a spectacle of nature that combines beauty, complexity, and a deep biological instinct. This fascinating behavior is not only central to the perpetuation of the species but also a vivid expression of marine life in its most intricate and elegant form. The annual migration to warm waters is not just a feat of endurance and survival but also the prelude to the courtship dance, a time when communication, competition, and collaboration intertwine in the search for the ideal mate. During the mating season, male humpback whales display a range of behaviors to attract females and secure the opportunity to reproduce. One of the most notable is their singing, a complex series of sounds that can travel great distances underwater. These songs, unique to each individual, are a crucial means of communication and possibly play a role in establishing dominance and attraction to females. Scientists believe that the complexity and duration of the songs may indicate the male's health and vigor, key elements in mate selection. Physical displays are equally impressive. Males often perform dramatic leaps out of the water, slaps with their fins and tails against the sea surface, and other aquatic maneuvers that demonstrate their strength and skill. These actions are not only a visual spectacle for females, but may also be a demonstration of power intended to deter rivals. The courtship process can involve multiple males competing for the attention of a single female, leading to dynamic and sometimes aggressive interactions among contenders. However, it is the female who ultimately chooses her mate, based on criteria that, while not fully understood, seem to reflect the search for the best genetic qualities for her offspring. This complex courtship dance, rooted in the biological need for reproduction, is also a reminder of the deep connection humpback whales have with their environment. The selection of warm waters for mating is not arbitrary. It provides a sanctuary for newborn calves, free from the predators of cold, nutrient-rich waters. This life cycle, intrinsically linked to migration, underscores the interdependence of humpback whales with natural cycles and the health of the oceans. The courtship dance of humpback whales is a reminder of the wonder and complexity of marine life, offering valuable lessons about adaptation, communication, and the perpetuation of the species. By protecting critical habitats and migratory routes for these majestic creatures, we ensure their survival and preservivacity that characterizes our oceans. Chapter 8: Rearing in Warm Waters. After the spectacular courtship dance and conception, humpback whales head to the calm and warm tropical and subtropical waters to give birth and rear their calves. This critical period in the life of the whales is one of vulnerability and intense maternal dedication, highlighting the importance of these protected areas not only for the development of new generations but also for the survival of the species. The choice of these warm waters for birthing and rearing is no coincidence. The absence of main predators and the relative tranquility of the marine environment offer a safe haven for newborn calves. In these natural sanctuaries, female humpback whales dedicate themselves entirely to caring for their calves, teaching them crucial skills for survival, such as swimming and diving. These first months are fundamental, as the calves must strengthen and accumulate the necessary fat to undertake the long journey to feeding areas in colder waters. Lactation is an essential component of this period. Breast milk, rich in fat, provides the calves with the nutrients necessary for rapid and healthy growth. This lactation period can last more than a year, during which the calf remains close to its mother, learning not only how to feed but also how to communicate and navigate the vast ocean. The relationship between the mother and her calf is deeply moving. The mother teaches her calf to breathe, bringing it to the surface and protecting it from dangers. This close bond ensures that the calf acquires the essential skills and confidence needed to survive in the ocean. Rearing in these warm waters also allows calves to conserve energy, which is crucial for their development in the first and most vulnerable months of life. Protecting the rearing areas is vital for the conservation of humpback whales. The pressure from human activities such as tourism, fishing, and coastal development threatens these crucial habitats, putting at risk not only the calves but the species as a whole. The creation and maintenance of marine protected areas, along with the regulation of human activities in these areas, are essential steps to ensure a safe future for humpback whales and their continuous life cycle. Maternal care and rearing in warm waters are moving examples of the complexity and beauty of the natural world. These critical moments are not only fundamental for the survival of humpback whales but also remind us of the importance of protecting the delicate marine ecosystems that support an incredible diversity of life. Chapter 9: Science and Conservation. The study and conservation of humpback whales have significantly advanced in recent decades, driven by a combination of scientific fascination and the urgent need to protect these magnificent creatures from increasing threats in their environment. Conservation efforts are multifaceted, ranging from in situ research and satellite tracking to education programs and environmental protection policies at a global level. These initiatives not only seek to safeguard humpback whales and their habitats but also foster a more profound understanding of their role within marine ecosystems and the effects of climate change and human activity on their well-being. Satellite tracking and photo identification have revolutionized our ability to study the migration patterns, behavior, and health of humpback whales. These techniques allow scientists to track individuals throughout their lives, providing invaluable data on migratory routes, feeding and breeding areas, and social interactions within the species. This knowledge is crucial for designing effective marine protected areas and developing management strategies that ensure the survival of whales in a changing world. Education and awareness programs play a vital role in the conservation of humpback whales by increasing public awareness of the threats they face and the importance of their protection. These initiatives range from social media campaigns and documentaries to educational programs in schools and coastal communities. By informing and engaging the public, these programs foster a sense of responsibility and support for whale conservation and ocean health. At the political level, international cooperation has been key to advancing the conservation of humpback whales. Treaties such as the International Convention for the Regulation of Whaling, which seeks to control commercial hunting and promote whale population recovery, and the Agreement on the Conservation of Cetaceans of the Black Sea, Mediterranean Sea, and contiguous Atlantic area, which protects whales in these regions, are examples of how nations can come together to protect marine biodiversity. However, despite these efforts, humpback whales continue to face significant challenges, from climate change and pollution to bycatch and maritime traffic. The need for ongoing and reinforced conservation actions is more critical than ever. Collaboration among scientists, conservationists, governments, and the public is essential to creating a sustainable future for humpback whales, allowing them to continue their ancestral migration across the world's oceans. The science and conservation of humpback whales represent a beacon of hope for marine biodiversity. Through continued commitment to research, education, and political action, we can ensure that these majestic creatures thrive for the awe and delight of future generations, while maintaining the health and balance of marine ecosystems essential for life on our planet. Chapter 10: Voices of the Ocean. The relationship between humpback whales and human cultures has evolved significantly throughout history, from indiscriminate hunting to recognizing their ecological importance and intrinsic value. This final chapter explores how the perception of these majestic creatures has changed over time, reflecting a growing appreciation for biodiversity and a commitment to marine conservation. The story of humpback whales, intertwined with ours, is a reminder of how humanity can transform its relationship with the natural world, from exploitation to coexistence and respect. In past centuries, humpback whales were hunted nearly to extinction, valued primarily for their meat, blubber, and baleen. This hunting, driven by commercial demand, has endangered whale populations and drastically altered marine ecosystems. However, by the mid-20th century, a growing awareness of the devastating consequences of these practices began to change public opinion and government policies. The moratorium on commercial whale hunting, established by the International Whaling Commission in 1986, marked a turning point in whale conservation, evidencing a fundamental shift in how humans value and interact with these creatures. Today, humpback whales have become powerful symbols of the oceans and marine conservation. Their presence in art, literature, and media reflects the fascination and respect they inspire in us. Whale-watching tourism, an industry that has grown exponentially in recent decades, offers an example of how interest in and admiration for whales can become a positive force for the economy and conservation. Through these experiences, people connect emotionally with humpback whales and become more aware of the importance of protecting the oceans. The voices of the ocean and the songs of humpback whales resonate not only as manifestations of their complex social lives but also as reminders of the interconnection between all forms of life. Scientific research around these songs has unveiled astonishing aspects of whale intelligence and culture, expanding our understanding of animal cognition and non-human communication. These discoveries have fueled a sense of wonder and a call to action to protect these creatures and the habitats they occupy. The evolution of our relationship with humpback whales reflects a broader shift in human perception of the natural world, from a source of resources to be exploited to a complex system of interconnected life that must be respected and preserved. By celebrating and protecting humpback whales, we ensure their survival and affirm our commitment to a more sustainable and equitable future for all of Earth's inhabitants. The voices of the ocean call us to listen, learn, and act, inspiring us to forge a more harmonious relationship with the natural world.